Today is March 15, 2026. It is 12:37 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1, I started like around 11. There's gonna be part 1 and part 2 with it. But in this video, we're gonna focus on the war, the Israel. A lot of discussion happening. So if you're not about the war, this video is not for you. Alright, but if you're here to see what other people are saying about the war and different topic about the war, this is it. All right, so if you are new to this channel, just know I focus on Harry and Meghan topics, and sometimes different political topics. But since the war have been going on, and I try my best to go through Twitter and find as many information that is being talked about that I find interesting to share with you. Okay, so I'm not on TikTok, so if you see I share a video that's from TikTok, that's because somebody took the link from TikTok and bring it to Twitter. But anyway, let's get started. This is, oh, that's not that one. Let's go straight to the tweet. I had it before. Okay, so we're gonna start with this, and then the next video is gonna be about this one. Okay, so let's see here. I think this is Jeremy Corbyn. I might be wrong. I don't know if he's elected or was elected, but he's been very verbal about many uncomfortable topics. Okay. Alright, first tweet. If you supply weapons to somebody that is accused of acts of genocide, then you yourself become complicit in those acts as well. That's a quote. Retweet if you agree with, oh, there he is, that's his name, Jeremy Corbyn. Let's make this go viral. Alright, it's 1 minute and 8 seconds screenshot, so YouTube don't flag it, but listen to what he's saying.
Do you think anything is going to change if there is a decision in favor of the South African application?
Everything is incremental. Every time you step out on the street and wave a Palestinian flag and say, stop the killing of Palestinian people, every time somebody, me or anyone else, speaks up in a parliament, that's an incremental difference. And the arguments about the arms trade, the supply of weapons to Israel, and the fact that President Biden sought to bypass Congress because he was afraid of the reaction there in order to send more weapons to Israel indicates a weakness in his position. And so this weekend, we've got demonstrations all over the world. There's a voice of ordinary people who are just appalled what's going on. And also I want to say thank you to those people in Israel that signed in support of the South African application to the International Court of Justice, and those in Israel that have been demonstrating against the occupation of the West Bank and of Gaza, because they want also to be able to live in peace. It's not going to happen tomorrow, that I know, but if we just walk by on the other side and ignore what's happening to the Palestinian people, then we become complicit.
Two things. The first thing is, there's a video I did for my members only, because there's some stuff that I said I don't think too many people, I mean, it's my analysis. I thought it was out of this world, so I put it only for my members. Second, I think this video is old. I don't know how old it is, but I think it's old. Okay, so I'm done with this. Now let's listen to this. Let me go into it. There's no caption to it. It's video number 2. Listen to this guy.
Before the emergence of the State of Israel in 1948, there was a large number of Jews living in the Arab world, something like 800,000. And there were Jews in Lebanon, in Syria, in Egypt, and Iraq. The Jewish community in Iraq was the most ancient, going back to 2.5 millennia ago. It was the most prosperous, the most successful, and the best integrated into local society. But before 48, there were Jews throughout the Arab world, and Muslim-Jewish coexistence was not a distant dream. It was everyday reality. The Jews and Arabs lived side by side until the arrival of Zionism. My family and I, we were Arab Jews. We spoke Arabic at home. We didn't speak any other language. Our culture was Arab culture. Our food was the most delicious, spicy, Middle Eastern food. It wasn't European food. So in every sense of the word, we were Arab Jews. We Arab Jews had much more in common linguistically and culturally with non-Jews around us. We had much more in common with them than we had with Jews in Eastern Europe. In March 1950, the Iraqi parliament passed a law which said any Jew who wants to leave the country is free to do so. They have a year to register to leave on a one-way visa. And not many Jews registered to leave. And in the next year, 5 bombs exploded in Jewish premises in Baghdad, and that created a panic, and that helped to precipitate the exodus to Israel. Yosef Basri, 28-year-old lawyer and an ardent Zionist, and he was responsible for 3 out of the 5 bombs. The controller of Basri was an Israeli intelligence officer called Max Binet. He gave him the orders, he gave him the TNT. In 1950, there were 135,000 Jews in Iraq. By the end of 1952, there were only about 10,000 Jews left in Iraq, and 125,000 Jews ended up in Israel. We left Iraq as Jews, and we arrived in Israel as Iraqis. But the problem is that Israel claims to be the state of the Jews. Israel claims to speak on behalf of all Jews everywhere. Zionism is an Ashkenazi thing. It's nothing to do with us.
This is very interesting. The reason I shared this, I've shared my opinion. Many of my videos, I always put my opinion. What I believe happened is that those Nazis in Germany, they wanted to continue their atrocities. All right, so they eye themselves in the Middle East. Like this guy said, the Zionists wanted to speak for every Jew. When he left Iraq to go to Israel, they didn't see him as Jews. They saw him as Iraqis. And when they are in Iraq, they see them as Jews. So the Jews, the true Jews were confused. So if you create that state saying you for Israel, you are for the Jews and everything like that, and you globalizing yourself as the voice for Jews, and then you're not accepting certain people, that's a problem. And I think I came across a video, I do not have that, where Jews from Africa were leaving Africa to go to Israel. Because remember, the Zionists claimed they were the voice of Jews, like he said. They didn't accept them, the black Jews from Africa. Okay? So these people, the Zionists, like I said before, what I think happened is that they took the pain and suffering of the Jews that they prosecuted, that they persecute, burn, and Auschwitz and Germany. Okay, they took their pain and make it theirs. By doing that, it become a shield for them. Whenever anybody start being upset about them for doing certain thing, they use the shield as, oh, we were persecuted, we were this, we were that, what the Nazis did to them. But when in fact they are the Nazis. This is my belief. Because if you have gone through some things, especially if it's negative, most likely you will not inflict that same negative pain onto others. So what the Zionists have done to Palestine is exactly, but in a different way, what they did to the Jews in Germany. So which means Zionists is another term for the Nazis. And then they make it seem like they are a voice of reasoning for every Jews around the world. And now with the revelation of what people have seen on social media, even despite the fact that they capture all form of communication, mainstream medias, newspapers, they censor, they're not letting people see what they're doing. But the Palestinians sacrifice themselves, televise themselves with their smartphone, showing to the world what was happening to them. Okay? So now, everywhere many of the Jews go, it become a problem. The vast majority of people are against it, which make it very dangerous for other Jews who probably were not for what the Zionists were doing. They make it danger for every Jews. All right? Listen to this now. I'm going to share that with you. 28 seconds. Remember, this guy was saying in Iraq to get the people afraid and the Jews afraid in Iraq, they go and bomb certain place, and then many of the Iraqi Jews were leaving to go to Israel. Listen to this. Let me go into it so it could be bigger. 28 seconds. That will be screenshot. But the key thing is listen. Okay, it's playing. What happened?
Get somebody to blow up a bus.
Okay, I'm gonna start it all over. Come on.
Get somebody to blow up a bus full of children or a building full of innocent civilians. You have to grind it into their minds. You have to wash their brains and tell them there is a higher cause out there. It's religious, ethnic, racial, whatever. And for that higher cause, you can disregard all the normal rules of morality.
God. You could disregard all the rules of morality, ingrain evilness into the people's psyche. There's a video that I have, I think it was sometime last year, where they were showing they went, that's in Israel, went to school of children, and then they're showing, asking the kids, what happened if you see a Palestinian kid, person, how do you feel about it? It's like they're teaching them how to be evil. This is insane. This is another one that I should have by itself. Unbelievable. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. These people are evil. There's no way they could be the true Jews for them to think this type of mentality. Okay, bloodline of the beast. The Mossad perfected the art of blackmailing people. These people are owned by the devil, Israel. All right, 56 seconds.
The Mossad perfected the art of blackmailing people. They've also perfected the art of industrial electronic espionage. Everybody snoops, but the Israelis actually are running the electronic systems for the U.S. government. But what I have found in the United States is that all of our politicians are groomed. You don't get to be president unless you're bought and paid for. Now, I've also learned that CIA, FBI, and NSA have been spying on and blackmailing all of our politicians. Veterans understand that war is for bankers, war is waste, and we should not be going to war in America. We need to close all 1,000 of our bases overseas and bring our troops home. One element of the deep state I didn't mention before was the secret intelligence community. Those are the people who are smuggling guns, gold, drugs, cash, and small children as part of the totality of the deep state shadow government enterprise. The Mossad.
It's starting all over. When he says shadow government, I'm thinking Hugo, one of the Sussex Squad channel at the beginning of the Harry and Meghan thing where the pushback started. I remember he did another channel where he was talking about politics. One of the things he highlighted, it's probably still on his channel, if the channel still exists. I haven't had time to watch. If you go back, let's say 2020, 2021, the earlier, there's a video that he has where he was talking about where all those businessmen went and start talking about things to change the trajectory, the way, you know, the world was moving. And I think it has something to do with what's going on right now. Because before, you know, every time there's a negative that happened, the world always finds itself to move toward the way that the universe wants the world to move. There's the action and reaction. The universe always reacts to the way us human beings are preventing from what the universe wants. Am I making sense? I usually have that magnet sometime I share with you, where no matter what you do, you change things around, you prevent things from moving forward, but the magnet, which is the universe, it will always find its way toward what God wants the world to move forward towards too. So that video that Hugo had talked about, I didn't finish watch it, but I think I was halfway to it, but I had things to do. I think it had something to do with that. You know, back then, young people were conjugating meetups, black, white, Hispanics, they were hanging out, doing all sort of things. These evil people did not want that. Did not want that. And many times I bring up the topic of this fitness young man. He's now probably in his 30s, probably raising family. I think he is. He used to deliver pizza, and then with the fitness industry, he find ways to make money, and now he's a billionaire. So many of these young people were doing things among themselves. They did not need the system to help them become prosperous. They were doing it among themselves. And these old mindset racist people were like, no, we want to bring them back, because they want these young people to be the machine for them, and only them, those Zionists, the rich and powerful, to remain powerful. All right. So there's a lot of things that play a role into things. All right, a lot of things that's going on here. So let's leave that alone. I'm gonna pause because I see my next tweet does not have a link. So let me go find it. Okay, I find a video. I didn't have the link. So there's this. It's only 19 seconds. The small hat, which is the Jews, is literally everything they said the Nazi were, which is what I've said before. All right, they took the pain of the real Jews that they persecute, make it theirs, and that became a shield for them. Whenever people start go against what the Zionists are for, and they use the thing about Jews this, Jews that, you know. But let's listen to him. 19 seconds. Oh, what happened?
They said the Israelis are literally everything they said the Nazis were. They think the Jews are a superior race. They want to take over a majority of the Middle East. And they're genociding innocent people. And there's a whole plethora of other things I could list that they're doing that they said the Nazis did. The irony, bro. The Israelis are literally everything they said the Nazis were.
So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. All right? So they pretty much are the Nazis. And now it's over here in the US. All right? Next tweet. And meanwhile, they're making it very dangerous for the real true Jews. Next one. All right, let's pause. Jeffrey Sachs. Israel doctrine is kill its adversaries, kill them in mass numbers, kill the civilian, kill the women, kill the children. They don't discriminate between civilian and military targets. They level Gaza. It is a rogue, brutal regime. Okay? Let's see here what else. Oh my God. It's very sad. Very sad. They don't care. There's no feeling with them. Let's listen.
Its doctrine is kill its adversaries. Kill them in mass numbers. Kill the civilians. Kill the women. Kill the children. This is the Israeli doctrine of war. They don't discriminate between civilians and military targets. They leveled Gaza. They destroyed all its infrastructure. They destroyed all the schools, the clinics, the mosques, the hospitals, the housing, the water, the sanitation. And we don't know the full death toll, but it almost surely is in the hundreds of thousands if you take not only the bodies that have been collected, which come to around 80,000, and those under the rubble, but people who have died of exposure, of lack of safe water, of nutrition, lack of access to health care, and so forth. This is a brutal regime. I'm sorry to say it. It's terrible. It is a rogue, brutal regime. It's doing the same in Lebanon now, and it's doing the same with its carpet bombing of Tehran in Iran. And the world needs to stand up and stop accepting this as something even remotely normal or acceptable. Israel needs to go home and live within its own borders and get its head together again, because it's acting in a completely insane way. It needs to stop this. This is mass murder with U.S. complicity. So this is something that absolutely needs to stop.
It's very sad. Very, very, very sad. Now they're taking over. They take over the U.S. They took over the U.S. Oh my goodness. Listen to this. I think it's in whatever language it is, but
شکل دست رو ببین این دست بعید میدونم بیشتر از 6-7 سال داشته باشه خوب به این دست این کودک بنگرین بزرگواران خوب نگاه کنید یه بار دیگه رژیم صهیونیستی اثبات کرد ثابت کرد جهانیان ببینن جهانیان این جنایت رو ببینن جهانیان باید این جنایت رو ببینن خوب نگاه کنید مدعیان آزادی خوب به دست این کودک ما نگاه کنید که صبح اومده بود درس بخونه
oh, the pain and suffering human beings should not experience. Knock on wood, this never happens to anyone that I know, including myself. Alright, so this is the next tweet. A man makes a public service announcement after a recruiting officer was trying to enlist people in his neighborhood. Go where the crackers at. This is a cracker war. Alright, saying that don't come to his neighborhood, the black neighborhoods, go to the MAGAs type of thing. Exactly a minute. Let's listen.
Yeah, this man right here must be lost. He over here trying to recruit us for the war. Recruiting us for the 2026 war. I said, listen, sir. Maybe before the pandemic, you would have had us. Maybe me. I would hold the door too for you. But right now, don't come over here bothering our people. Hey, tell him to go. Hey, UT right over there with them little active HGA Avenue white boy. Them bitches on Ritalin and the Adderall. Go where them crackers at. This a cracker war. This ain't a nigga war. If I want him, come on your block talking about it. Do you want to know? This is a crack. This ain't your war, boy. Pigmentation. What this shit? Melon. We got melon. This not a melon field war. It's an unless melon field war. Cracker war.
It was good talking to y'all, boy.
See you later, alligator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this man right here must be lost.
Of Iran for their war seems fair to me. Alright, so there's more comment. Let's go to the next tweet. Going to black neighborhood asking them, nah, those people, if they don't know who to go, just look at some of Trump's rallies, the people who were standing behind him. Go get them. Alright, next one. Iran said Blk Americans are safe. I had to put this right after. Let's listen.
Don't be saying too much about Iran. They said that we're cool. They said that we are cool. They said African Americans have been through a lot. So don't say too much. Don't go over there and don't be doing too much. And you know, if you look like us and you wearing that camo, you better not be doing too much. Because they said that we cool. They said that we cool. So I just want to let y'all remember that. Like, they said that we cool. They know that we kidnapped. They know that we're hostage. We have no nationalism in this bitch. We ain't got no say. We ain't got no motherfucking... I ain't got no say. I ain't got no say. You see, we try to give them a black woman president. An actual... Like, and she's still not even African American. The bitch is everything but... We got the lightest one. They didn't even want her. Obama doesn't count. Obama's not African American. He's not black American. He doesn't count. His dad's Kenyan.
That's Kenyan.
We have no say about anything. Don't even look at Obama. Don't look at Kamala. They don't represent us. We ain't got to say. Iran, I can run. You just need to, you know what I'm saying? Hit a little, okay? Please, I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Go get him though.
I'm gonna try my best not to interpret too much, but pretty much what she's making reference to are those who are already in. Don't do too much. Okay? If you get it, you get it. But like the video prior to this, where they're going to black neighborhoods, it's like, no, you're not gonna get us. If it was before the pandemic, before this, maybe you would get us, but not this time. Okay? And he's saying, go to the the MAGA community and go ask them, because they the one who put him. We have confirmation. The 2024 election, 92%ers, 78 to 80%ers. All right, that's our stamp of approval, where we are not part of that. All right, let's listen to this. It's almost 3 minutes. Let's see what he has. Iranian leader Ayatollah, that's his name here, view on Blk Americans. All right, this is probably something I need to record by itself. Let's go into it, and then I'll go to my next tweet.
Perhaps today, some black hostages and some female hostages will be released from the American embassy compound. Is that true?
The freedom of the women and blacks will be given. Women are given great dignity in Islam, and the blacks have been oppressed in the United States. Great injustice was done unto them. They were under pressure in the United States. Thus they came here. We are doing this owing to the tenets of Islam. In return, we ask nothing for their freedom. We want the Shah. Carter must return him. The world's international law agree with this principle.
I ask you, as an American and a human being, talking to an Iranian and another human being, is there no room for compromise? Or is Iran now in effect at war with the United States?
حضرت امام آیا جناب عالی یا به طور کلی ایران در حال حاضر با امریکا در حال جنگ هستیم؟
جنگ مقصود چی است؟ اگر مقصود این است که
What do you mean by war? If you mean our armies against the United States armies, no, there is no such war. If you mean it is a battle of nerves, it is Carter's doing. We are against war. We are Muslims. We desire peace for all. Carter does not allow this. Carter should put aside his so-called humanism and return the criminal Shah so that we can conclude this matter.
Alright, so that's that. Let me see, what was the other one? Let's pause. 22 82. Let me make sure. Let me pause. I almost skipped a couple of things. I had to make sure. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Alright, so there's this here. After this, that'll be it. And then I'll create another video. Maybe I'll play some whatever is there. Before I get deployed, World War III. Oh my God, so young. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is the next tweet. This guy used to be a wrestler for WWF before he turned to WE. Former Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura is The U.S. passed a law requiring that when Congress votes to go to war, a family member of each congressman or woman must start immediate military service. I'm sick and tired of the Vietnam stuff. All right, 27 seconds.
You know what I've always said? You know how you got to vote to go to war, supposedly? I've always said we should pass a law that when Congress votes to go to war, someone in their immediate family has to begin immediate military service. If they vote yes to go to war, then someone in their family, because I'm sick and tired of the Vietnam stuff. You know what I've always said?
It's playing over. Alright, so that's that. You could pause and read. And there's this here Trump family, there they are here. Netanyahu family, there they are here. Your son, and a box. So the next tweet that I'm gonna do for my next video, because I have a long list. Alright, part 2, we're gonna start with this tweet. I don't know if it's a video, but it's a tweet. That. Alright, what is that here? Maybe I'll include it here. 2024 Iran war prediction was insanely accurate. Alright, so we'll start with that. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.